When you go bike touring, do you go it alone, or would you rather be in a group? There are some real advantages to solo bike touring, but there's also some drawbacks too. Traveling with a buddy or traveling in a group really has its advantages, but traveling with someone that you're not compatible with can really be a drag. So would you rather ride solo or in a group? I do most of my bike touring solo, but that's only because I don't know very many people that go bike touring. Most people that I know think bike touring is for crazy people, and I don't argue with them because I haven't completely ruled that out. When I was younger, I went bike touring with a couple friends of mine, Kevin and Jerry. We had some good times. And when I was in college, I had a girlfriend that joined me on some bike touring adventures. And it's pretty common when out on a bike tour to meet other bikers that are going the same way as you. And sometimes you can hook up with them and ride together. But the best part of solo bike touring for me is what I call TSR, total self-reliance. I get to choose my own way and make my own decisions. I can ride as fast or as slow as I want. I can stop where I want and rest for as long as I want. And I don't have to worry about messing up someone else's plans. I don't have to share my tent or my mess kit or my toothbrush with anybody else. It's my trip, and the outcome is totally up to me. Total self-reliance. Riding solo gives you a lot of alone time. Plenty of time to think about life and untangle your brain. You can spend time in your own head and get to know yourself. Some people are just natural loners, I guess, and they like to spend time in their own head. Other people can be such a nuisance sometimes. Some people are more gregarious, and they prefer the company of others. For them, spending large amounts of time alone, well, it gets lonely. And after a while, solo bike touring just isn't that much fun. Traveling with a partner gives you somebody to talk to while you ride, keep you from getting lonely while out on a bike tour. Sometimes it's good to share the scenery and the experiences with somebody else. Not to mention splitting up the common gear and sharing the load a bit. Riding with a partner can be a good distraction from the pain in your legs and from the nagging thoughts in your own head. Another obvious reason for traveling with a partner is security. There's strength in numbers, and whether it's true or not, you always feel safer with a buddy. You can kind of watch each other's backs, you know? While one goes into the store or into the bathroom, the other one can stand guard and watch both bikes. As a solo bike tourist, sometimes it's a little unnerving leaving my bike unattended. I always take my phone and my wallet with me, lock up my bike if necessary, and hope for the best. It's always good to have a buddy out there watching your bike. Thankfully, so far, I haven't had my bike stolen. And some people don't like camping alone. I think they've seen too many chainsaw horror movies. I'm not trying to downplay the risks of solo travel. The world is a dangerous place, and there's a lot of bad people out there, so you gotta be careful. But I'm not here to lecture anybody on how to avoid danger and stay safe. Hopefully, you learned all that from your parents. Use good sense, don't put yourself in a bad situation, and don't always trust everybody. You gotta trust your instincts. Understand that there's risk involved in everything, and ultimately, you're responsible for your own safety. Sometimes when your spidey senses are tingling, you gotta listen. If camping out alone gives you the creeps, then maybe it's best to spend the extra money and stay at a hotel, just for the peace of mind. Speaking of peace of mind, when I was younger, my mother hated it when I went solo bike touring. She worried about me all the time. So I would always call home once a week. I'd call collect on Sunday nights, because on Sunday night, in those days, usually the long distance rates were lower. These days, modern technology is wonderful. I can call or text my wife at the end of every day and let her know where I am. If she doesn't hear from me, by the next day, she's liable to have the state troopers out looking for me. But I know that there are some phone apps that can track the whereabouts of your phone anywhere on the globe by GPS. I've met some bikers that use that, and that way their loved ones can keep track of them no matter where they are. I know there's also some ID bracelets that have GPS chips in them, so they can track you even if you get separated from your phone. But whatever keeps you safe and gives you peace of mind, that's what's important. If you're a female solo bike tourist, it seems to me that there'd be some extra safety considerations to consider. But since I'm not a female, I really have no advice for that. For that, I'd point you to Wheels on a Bike. She's a fellow YouTuber that does some solo bike touring. And on her channel, she's posted some excellent videos about safety and solo bike touring. So check it out. Bike touring in a group or with a buddy can be great. The safety, the camaraderie, the shared experiences, That is, as long as you can get along together. Sometimes road fatigue can wear on you, and even the best of friends can get on each other's nerves. Touring with your significant other can be a great experience. It can solidify the bonds that hold you together. Or it can expose every crack in the foundation of your relationship and turn your romantic bike tour into the bike tour from HE double hockey sticks. So be careful. Have you ever been on one of those guided group tours? You know, where 10 or 12 complete strangers get together whose only common interest is bike touring and they ride across the country? I've thumbed through the brochures. Looks pretty sweet. There's something for everybody, from beginner to advanced, from self-contained to total van supported. Comes with a professional guide and plenty of company. I've never tried one of these trips, so I really have no advice on that either. But if you're new to bike touring and having a guide would give you peace of mind, or if you want to meet new people that are into bike touring and travel as a pack, then a guided group tour would be perfect for you, as long as everybody in the group is friendly and helpful and gets along. On a solo bike tour, you never have to worry about that. That's the beauty of bike touring. There's something for everybody. Ride in a group, ride with a buddy, or go it alone. Along the way, you might cross paths with other bikers that are going your direction. You might ride together for a day or a week or even finish the trip together. Or you might part ways after an hour, knowing that you and your new riding buddy have two different riding styles and that riding together isn't comfortable for either one. I end up riding solo mostly because everybody else is too fast for me, or rarely too slow. But one of my favorite parts of bike touring is meeting other bike tourists out on the road. So if you're out bike touring and we cross paths, I hope you stop me. I'd love to chat with you. And if we happen to be going the same way, maybe we could ride together for a while. Hope to see you down the road. Thanks for watching. Now go ride your bike. It's a beautiful day.